Of using Power BI is Power BI, it's totally free of cost. No need to pay Power BI. You can just go to Microsoft.com, you can download it and start using it. And another advantage is Power BI has update literally every month. Every month you will have an update. What is the advantage of having update every month is you will get a new feature every month. But what is the disadvantage? There is a disadvantage of getting update every month. What is the disadvantage? Every month you have to learn. If you are not using Power BI for 2 months, you will get surprised. Sometimes you will get shocked also. Entire screen would have changed. Same training, if you are attending last month, I will tell a different method to create a report. Now this month I will tell a different method to create a report. Next month it will be different. You should practice it more frequently. If you are not practicing, you will forget the concept. That's why I am recommending, that's why I am insisting, install Power BI and watch here, learn here. If you go to YouTube, other things, you can watch this video. After the training, you will understand. But before the training, if you watch any YouTube videos, you cannot understand anything, please watch here. Right? How this Power BI was evaluated. Before Power BI, or still people are using Microsoft Excel to create a report. Some people I can see they are using Microsoft Excel to create a report. In Microsoft Excel, they use a specific tool for creating a report. What is the tool they use to create a report? I don't know whether you are all used it. There is a tool called as Pivot. Are we aware of it? Anyone has used this in Excel? There is a tool called as Pivot in Excel, which is used for creating a report. But based on how many tables can we create a pivot is based on only one table. If you want to create a report on 3 or 4 tables, then we have to use one more tool that is called as Power Pivot. And nowadays your data are accumulating. We have lakhs and millions, billions, trillions of data. We have to clean up the data. We have to transform the data. We have a specific tool called as Power Query. We had a tool in Microsoft. We had a tool. That tool is called as Power View. There was a tool called as Power View. Combination of all these 4 tools. Now Microsoft has created exactly 29th June 2015, 11 years before. Exactly 11 years before, Microsoft has launched this tool that is called as Power BI. Any idea what is meant by BI? What is the abbreviation of BI? What is the abbreviation of AI? Artificial Intelligence. BI is Business Intelligence. Okay, 2 I's are very popular nowadays. One is AI, second one is BI. So you are going to learn BI now. As I indicated, there are 2 Power BIs available just now. One is Power BI Desktop. Second one is Power BI Services. So Power BI is Desktop is the one which we are going to learn today. I hope few people are already downloaded, few people are already updated. Who are not updated, no worries, just watch here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the introduction of this Power BI. Any questions, queries, don't hesitate, stop me, ask me. There itself I can repeat it any number of times. I'm going to start with this Power BI introduction. Let us go to start button and I go to the search box and I just type Power BI. If you are already installed, try it. If you are not installed, please watch here. Power BI Desktop. I'm going to open Power BI Desktop. Okay, this is our welcome screen. This is my welcome screen. On the left hand side, you can see the home tab open. Right hand side, you may be seeing the sign in where your name should be there if you are already signed in. If you are not signed in, it will say ask you to sign in, but no worries, now no need for signing in. Without signing in also, now you can work. This is your home tab, and you can see your data sources are available. I will explain what is your data source, how to use the data source. I will explain in another few minutes. And a recommended workbook will be available here. And workbooks are available here, recently opened and shared with me. If someone has shared the workbook, if someone has shared the Power BI report, the shared report will be available on this tab. When I click on this, all the shared report will be available. When I click on this, the newly opened report will be available here. Okay, so this is our welcome screen. Opening the existing report, sign out, options and settings. This options and settings is your backstage. This is the backstage of your Power BI. And about is the one which we can check our version. When I click on about, please don't discuss within yourself. Please ask me if you have any questions, doubts and queries. So click on about. When you click on about, you can see the version. First method. Second method. Open a blank report. You can click on blank report. I'm repeatedly saying, please, 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 don't discuss within yourself. Ask me, I can repeat it. Once again, everyone are discussing within yourself. I don't know why. Click on about. Please click on about. That's one method. If you click on about, it will open a new report. Under new report, you can see what is your version. Second method, click on the blank report now. Go to the blank report. Who have already installed it, do it. Who are not installed, please watch here. Open the blank report. Under blank report, help. When you click on help, under the help, you can see there is an option called as about. Go to help and click on about. Either you can click on about straight away there, or go to help and click on about here. When I open your welcome screen, there is a about available, or you can go to help. Under help also you can see about. When I click on about, it will show you what is the version of Power BI. The latest version is April 2026. Who have installed it should get this version. Okay. Right. Let me start with the introduction. On the top, sorry, I close this. On the top, you can see your file name and your software name is available here. This area, we call this as title bar. Below the title bar, this whole area, file, home, insert, modeling, this whole area put together, we call this as ribbon. Whatever I am explaining now, it's not only for Power BI, it's common for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, Project, all the Microsoft tools. And file, there is something called as file, which is your office button. This is the office button. Office button means backstage of your Power BI. Backstage. Home, insert and page lay, home, insert and modeling. There is a home, there is a insert, there is a modeling. These are all called as tabs. Home is a tab, insert is a tab, modeling is a tab. You will get a special tab. Whenever you do something, you will get a special tab here. That special tab appearing here is called as contextual tab. A special tab will appear, contextual tab. Please note it. This whole training I will tell you, click on the tab, click on the ribbon, click on the quad. You should understand which is the tab, which is the ribbon. That's why I am explaining this on the first session itself. Contextual tab. Then this clipboard, data, queries, insert are all groups. Clipboard is a group, data is a group, query is a group. And each item available here. There is a cut, there is a copy, there is get data. Each item available here, we call this as commands. Can you close this? Whatever I explained now, it's not only for Microsoft Power BI, this is common for all the Microsoft tools. If you come for Excel training, PowerPoint training, Power BI, Power App, any training, this will be your first session. Clear on this? Can I close this? Yes. On the left hand side, you can see 4 views are available, 5 views are available, 5 view. First view, there is a view available here. This is the view, report view. This view is called as report view, where we are going to create our report, where we are going to create our visuals. This is the one where we are going to create the report and visuals. Second view. Second view is your data view, where we are going to see our data and table. Third view. This is a model view, where we are going to create a relationship. Okay. Still very few are watching here, where more are discussing within yourself. Okay. So the last DAX view. This is for data analysis expression. To create a formula function, when you want to create a formula and function, we'll use this DAX view, data analysis and expression. The last view, TMDL. This view is TMDL, table, model, definitely data, language. When you want to create some formula like some average, in Excel we will use FX. In Power BI we use DAX. I want to add something, multiply, dividing, all the formula can be used through the DAX. You cannot straight away write the formula, you have to use DAX and write them. All types of formula. Okay. Yes, please. Power BI, it's not like other software. If I'm handling Excel training, if I'm handling some other training, if you don't understand one topic, you can learn another topic. If you don't know another topic, you can learn another topic. That's very simple. But Power BI is interconnected. If you don't know step number A, you cannot go to step number B. If you don't know step number B, you cannot go to step number C. That's why I'm repeatedly shouting, please watch here, please watch here. If you miss out this, then that will be a challenge. If you don't know first topic, you cannot go to the second topic. Okay. Clear on this? Any questions? Doubts? Queries? Yes? Clear? No answer. Clear? If you are not getting doubts also, there are two reasons for not getting doubts. What are the two reasons? If you are also, you never get a doubt. Right? But problem is, you can understand here, the challenge will start after the training session is over. You have to practice, 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 and practice. So, can I close this? Yes, please. Right now, on the bottom, Excel is a workbook. Please. I need your focus here. Please, please, please. Do not discuss within yourself. If you have any question, doubt, queries, ask me. I can repeat it any number of times. Okay? Please do not discuss within yourself. That is slowing down the pace of the class. Please do not discuss within yourself. Okay. Right. Excel is a workbook which will have list of sheets. PowerPoint is a presentation which will have list of slides. Power BI is a reporting tool which will have list of pages. Okay? And you will have list of pages here. On the bottom, there are two types of layouts. There are two types of layout. First layout, desktop layout. Second layout is your mobile layout. First layout is your desktop layout, second layout is your mobile layout. After creating a report, if you want to publish the report, how the people is going to view your report, whether they are going to view the report on a desktop screen like this, or they are going to view the report in a mobile screen. If they are going to view it in mobile screen, how should be your layout? If they are going to see it in the desktop screen, how should be your layout? There are two types of layouts available. And this entire area, this total area put together, we call this as canvas. This whole area put together, we call it as canvas. And in the canvas area, there are three dotted lines. There is a dot line here, there is a dot line on the left hand side, there is a dot line on the right hand side, there will be a dot line on the top. There will be, but you are not able to see it now. There will be a dotted line. Could you tell me what is this dotted lines? Margins. Margins and borders. When you create a report, you can create a report within the margins and borders. This is your margins. Then there are three types of tabs. Tab number 1, filter. There is tab number 1 called as filter. Tab number 2, visualization. Tab number 3, data. I will explain all the three. Filter. There are three types of filtering. I create a report. I want to filter a report. One report I want to filter. There is an option for filtering a report. And I create 5 or 6 report in a page. In a page I have 5 or 6 report. I want to filter a page. I want to filter a page. There is an option called as filter on pages. Suppose I have 20 pages. I want to filter all the 20 pages. So there is an option called as filter on all pages. So there are three types of filtering. Filtering a visual. I have chart, only the chart can be filtered. Second one is filtering the page. Third one is filtering all the pages. Okay, done, clear. So there are three types of filtering. Filtering a visual, filtering a page, filtering on all the pages. And there is a visualization. This is where you are going to create some visuals. Under the visualization, yes please, under the visualization, there are three types of option. First option, yes please. At least in the introduction, I need all your focus. Once again, all are discussing within yourself. We'll have a break. In the break, you can discuss, please. First one, this is for creating a visual. To create a visual, you can use the first button. Second one, This is the base of Power BI. If you are not able to understand this base, you cannot come to the next level. That's why I'm asking everyone to please be focused here. Second one is for formatting your visual. Third one, you will get another button here. Third one. Now it's not visible. You will get one more button here. That is for analyzing your visual. Three buttons. One is for creating, second one for formatting, third one is for analyzing. Three types. The third one may not be visible now. This will be visible after creating a report. After creating a report, you will get one more option. You can analyze forecasting, fixing the target. For everything, you can use the third or analyzing a visual. So three types of buttons: creating, formatting. Okay. One more option is available. Data. This is where all your column names will be displayed. A table name and your column name will be displayed here. Based on the table name and column name, you will create a reports. Based on the table name and column name only, you will create some reports. The last one is plus and minus, which is used for increasing the decreasing the percentage of your view. To increase or decrease the percentage of your view, you can use the last one, plus and minus. Okay. Clear? Yes, please. Clear? Done. Shall we move to the next one? I hope everyone would have received the file which he has sent. The file? Transaction data 01. Hope you should have received that file. Correct? Please do open the file. We'll see what are we going to do with the file. So please open the file. There is a file available called 01 transaction data. It's an Excel file. Please open the file. In this Excel file, I can see there are some data available. You can discuss in the break. Another 15 minutes, I will give a break. You can discuss it in the break. Please watch here. So, transaction data. There is a column names, invoice number, invoice date, customer type. There is a table available. This table, I am going to export this table to Power BI and we are going to create a report. But before exporting or creating a report, is there any problem in the table or this table is 100% clean or clear? Can you tell me, is there any problem in the table or this table is okay? Or any problem in the table? Yes. There are some missing values in column called as payment mode. Any other problem? Payment mode has some missing columns. Okay, missing data. There are some data missing here. That's okay. Any other problem? Or the data is clean? The problem with the data clean. Already got it involved. You don't have the point. Okay. Got the sorry. There is some blank space after the column 510. There are some blank spaces in between. You can see there are some blank spaces. After 815, there is some blank space. There are so many blank spaces. And you can see first row is merged. First row here, you can see it is merged here. And in Excel, we have a shortcut key to know which is our last data. Where is our last data? To know that, we have a shortcut key in Excel. The shortcut key is Control End. Control End. Some laptops, you have to press Control Function End. Some laptops you have to press the Control End, and some laptops you have to press the key called as Control Function End, which is a shortcut key which will move your cursor to the last cell, last filled cell. When you press Control End or Control Function End, it should go to the last filled cell. Let me try that. I am going to press the Control End. Yes. You can see there is one more problem here. You can see the data is ending at column number W. It should end actually at column number R, but it's ending at column number W. That means there are so many empty columns are available in between. Empty rows are there, empty columns are there. There are some empty rows, there are some empty columns. Okay. This data, we are going to export this data to Power BI. And we are going to create a report. Before that, let me close this file. How can I go to the first cell? Last cell is Control End. To go to the very first cell, we have one more shortcut key. Control Home. Very good. Control Home or Control Function Home, which will go to the very first cell. Control Home or Control Function Home. Okay. Now I am going to close the file. Don't close Excel, close the file. To close the file, we have another shortcut key, Control W. To close a file. Okay. This whole training, what are we going to learn is four things, five workflow. Please note down the 5 workflow of Power BI. Workflow of Power BI. First, get. Second, transform. Third, load. Fourth, report. Fifth, publish. So this is the 5 workflow of Power BI. First, get the data, transform the data, load the data, report it and publish it. Get. From where we are going to get the data? We are going to get the data from, as of now, we are going to get it from Excel. But normally you can get it from any data source in the world. Any data source in the world. Second, we are going to transform the data. Where are we going to transform? We are going to transform it through Power Query. Transforming the data. We are going to load the data. Where are we going to load it? We are going to load it into Power BI desktop. After loading the data, we are going to create a report. Report also in Power BI desktop. Publishing. Where are we going to publish it? We are going to publish it into Power BI. Okay. 5 workflow of Power BI. Creating, transforming, loading, reporting, and publishing. 5 workflow. Okay. In Power BI, we have an option get, and straight away you can load it also. Get and load. But which I don't recommend. Always get, transform and load it. Always get it and transform it, load it. We have an option of straight away loading, but don't load it, skip it. Always get it, transform it and load it. First we'll start with get. Okay. Right. We'll see how to get the data. Open Power BI. Please follow step by step. Be with me. If you are not getting what I am getting on the screen, stop me and ask me immediately. I will repeat it. Get the data. We have 3 methods. Method number 1, file. Under file, there is an option called as get data. Go to file and click on get data. Method number 1. Method number 2, home tab. Under home tab, you can see there is an option of getting the data. Method number 2. Method number 3, there is an option available here, get data. 3 methods. File, get data. Home tab, get data. On the canvas area also you can see there is a get data. Any one of the 3 methods. You can use any one of the 3 methods. I recommend the method number 2. Second method. I recommend method number 2. Home tab, get data. I recommend this method. So, home tab, file, get data. All the data sources are available here. If you are not able to see all the data source, there is an option called as get data here, where all the data source in the world, will be displayed here. First method. Second method, home tab, get data. Since we are going to use Excel, home tab, Excel workbook. Okay. Let us click on home tab, Excel workbook. And select the data. Open. Get data, Excel workbook. Select the data and open. Select the table name. It will come to the navigator. Select the file and open, it will come to the screen. finish off this at least. There are two options available here. One is data here, another one is suggested table. Don't use the suggested table, select this data. Select this data. Don't use the suggested table. Select the data. Could you tell me which I can do here, whether I am going to select the load or I am going to select transform? Load will go to Power BI desktop, whereas the transform will go to Power Query. I always recommend to go with the Power Query. Okay, so we'll go with the Power Query now. So click on transform. We are going to clean up the data after this. Don't do anything. Just to minimize this. Don't save it. Don't do anything here. Just to minimize this. We are going to transform. We are going to clean up the data and we are going to load and we'll create some report before today at least. At least before today we'll create some reports. Minimize this. I am pausing the video recording. Just to remind me, we have to restart the recording after the break. I'll pause the recording of the session. Yes. We have seen 5 workflows in Power. Please, I need your cooperation, please.
Guys, please be silent here. Please be.
So, we have seen 5 workflows here in Power BI. We have seen 5 workflows. Could you tell me what are all the 5 workflows? What is the first workflow? Get. Second one is transform. Third one is loading. Fourth one is reporting. And final one is publish. I think before the break we done one thing. What we did is, we completed get. Now we are in the process of transform. So what is the thing we have to do it in the transforming? We are in Power Query. I hope everyone has landed into the Power Query now. In Power Query, this is your Power Query screen. On the Power Query screen, of course, the same thing. We have the title bar. We have the ribbons. This is the office button. These are all tabs. And these are all groups. And these are all commands. And what are we going to do in this Power Query is 4 things. In Power Query, we have to check 4 things. First is, your data should be green. Your data should be green. What is that green? I will explain. At least your data should not be red. Data should not be red. If not green also, at least it should not be red. I will explain what is that green, what is the red. I will explain in another few minutes. Second thing is, heading should be correct. Your data heading should be correct. Second one. Third one, data type should be perfect. So first thing is your data should be green. Second one is heading should be correct. Third one is data type. Fourth one is optional. Remove unwanted. Remove unwanted. That is optional. First 3 things are mandatory. You have to do it. The last one is remove the empty, unwanted rows, unwanted columns. Better to remove it. First, let us check with the green. We'll check whether our data is green or not. Okay. Then we have to check with the heading. Then we have to check with data type. Then we will remove the unwanted. First, at least by today, we will finish this process. By today, we'll try to finish this process. How do we know my data is green or not? Okay. Come back to Power Query. On Power Query, below the column heading, you can see there is a line. There is a line penetrating here. This line should be 100% green. This line should be 100% green, but it's not green, there is a gray. You can see there is a small gray area. Why there is a gray? When I place the cursor, it says 9 when you place the cursor exactly over this green, it is giving some message. 982 data are valid, 18 empty. 982 plus 18. Could you tell me how many rows? 982 plus 18. 1000. Is only 1000 data available on my Excel file? Can I open it and check? How can I go to the very last row and check what is the shortcut key to Control End? When I go to Control End, you can see my last row is 3867. That's my last row. But when I come to Power Query, in Power Query, what it's doing is, when I place the cursor, it is showing only 1000. 892 plus 18, put together 1000. By default, Power Query will check only with the 1000 data. But I want to check with the entire data source. I want to check with the entire data source. When you go to the bottom, at the last, there is an option available. Column proofing based on top 1000 rows. But I want to check with the entire data set. By default, Power Query will check only with the 1000. But I want to check with the entire data set. So, click here and go to this column proofing based on entire data set. When I click this, now if you notice, when I place the cursor, it shows the entire data set, 3801 plus 65. So if you want to check the entire data set, click here and change it to column proofing based on entire data set. Okay. Now, I feel it's very difficult for me whenever I place the cursor here and I check it. Instead of placing the cursor here and checking it, it is really tough for me to place the cursor here and check it. Is there any easiest way to check it? Go to the View tab, Column Quality. Enable that column quality. Go to that View tab, enable the column quality. Go to View tab and enable the column quality. Now you can see on bottom of every column it says the column quality here. How many percentage are valid, how many empties, how many gray, how many reds, how many greens. If we enable the column quality, below the every column you will get this message. What is the percentage of valid, what is the percentage of error, what is the percentage of empty, green, gray and red. Unless if you place the cursor, it will show. Another one is go to the View tab and enable the column quality. If I enable the column quality, from now the column quality will be always enabled. If you first few sessions will be challenged, next it will be very easy. First, only one time in your lifetime you are going to work on Power Query. After this, everything will be taken care of by Power Query. You have to just create a report, but we have to spend some time on this Power Query. Okay. Now I have to remove the empty columns. I have to make this data as a green. How do we remove the empty column? There are several methods. When I place the cursor here, you can see Power Query is giving some message, remove empty. This will remove all the empty rows, but I don't recommend it. I recommend to go with Home tab. Under Home tab, remove rows. Under remove rows, if you go to Home tab, remove rows. Below the remove rows, there is an option called as remove blank rows. Could you tell me what is the difference between remove blank and remove blank rows? Is both are same? There we got an option called as remove blank. Here we are getting an option called as remove blank rows. What is the difference or any idea, or both are same? This will completely remove if the data entire row is blank. This one. But that one? Column. Where we have the empty in a column. If you one cell is empty, that will get removed. So I don't recommend it. Go for this. Remove blank rows. Remove rows. Remove blank. Okay. Yes. Do you see any difference on the screen after removing the blank rows? All the blank row was removed, it has turned into green. But you can see one more step was added here under the applied steps. Below the applied steps, you can see one step was added. Whatever the steps you are going to do now, Power Query will note it down. All the steps, whatever you are going to do, Power Query will note down all the steps. The advantage of noting all the steps is you will have a history of your data and you can undo the steps. Lifelong, this history will be stored. Lifelong, your history will be stored here. But I have removed this rows. Unknowingly, I have removed it. Can I get it back again? Yes. You can go to this into mark. There is a into mark. If you click on the into mark, you can get back the data again. But the advantage in Power Query is before getting the data, I want to know how was my data before removing the rows, how was my data after removing the rows. Just to go before the step and make a click. My data looks like this before removing the empty rows. After removing the empty rows, my data looks like this. So you can see how was my data before the step, how was my data after the step. This is another advantage of using the Power Query. Before removing the step, my data looks like this. After removing the rows, my data looks like this. Okay. Now tell me, all the empty rows was removed, it has turned into green. Can I load this data to Power BI now? Yes? Okay, so we have some.
Has become the first one.
Correct.
So how can I change that?
No, you want this as the column name, correct?
Yes.
That's the next step. Next step. Okay. Now, I cannot load this data in Power BI. The reason is, this should be the heading of your table. Invoice number should be the heading. Invoice date should be the heading. Customer type should be the heading. So what do you do? Click here. Use first row as the header. Go to the Home tab. Use first row as the header. Do any one of the step. Either click on the arrow mark, use first row as the header, or go to Home tab, use first row as the header. First thing what you have to do is remove the empty. Remove this. Okay. So use first row as the header. Then next step, we have to remove the unwanted columns. The unwanted columns has to be removed. Go to Home tab, choose column. Home tab, choose column. Home tab, choose column. Remove the unwanted columns. Home tab, choose column. Remove the unwanted columns and say OK. You have to remove the unwanted columns and click on OK. Go to Home tab, choose column, remove the unwanted columns. 19, 20, 21, 22. The unwanted columns. Okay. So I have removed the unwanted columns. Okay. Now, one more thing you have to do it is payment mode. Wherever the payment mode is null, I want the payment mode to be as a cash. Wherever it's null, it has to be replaced with cash. Because they didn't note it down wherever the cash payment, they didn't note nothing, that's why it's showing null. Select the column. Home tab. Replace values. Select the column. Home tab. Replace values. Replace all the null. It's case sensitive, small letter, capital letter, be careful. So go to Home tab, replace values, replace all the null as cash. Okay. 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 But assume I have replaced all the null to cash, but unfortunately assume that I made a mistake. I didn't type the cash properly, I made a spelling mistake, typo error. How can I modify it? You can see on the applied step, 2 steps. This is for undoing the last step. This is for editing the last step. To edit the last step, you can use this. Undo the last step, you can use this. Let us click here. Settings. If you made a mistake, you can come here and you can undo or you can modify your steps. Two icon. This is for undoing, this is for editing. Okay. Now, I think we did all the four things. Heading is correct, all are green. Heading is correct, data type is correct. Invoice number is ABC. Invoice date is date. Customer type, division. Yes, please. Just to cooperate for another 5 or 10 minutes, I will finish up this chapter. Yes. Now I'm going to load the data. Power BI. Home tab. Close and apply. Or click on arrow, close and apply. Both are same. Home tab. Close and apply. Or close and apply. Close and apply. It is coming back to Power BI. When I click on close and apply and wait for a few seconds, it will get loaded into BI. It will be loaded into BI. On the right hand side, you should get the data. Expand it, you should get all the column names. You go there and you expand it. You will get all the column names. Close and apply. Okay, right. Now you would have noticed all the column name. Wherever you can see a sigma, that means that column is in a number format. Wherever you see a calendar, that means that column is in a date format. If cell is empty, that means it's a text format. Can I go back to Power Query again to modify some? Suppose I forgot something, I want to modify something. How can I go to Power Query again? Two methods. One is right click on the table, edit query, or go to Home tab, transform data. Right click, edit query, or Home tab, transform data. Transform data. If you want to go back to Power Query again, if you want to make some changes, if you want to modify something, you want to go back to Power Query, Home tab, transform data, or right click, edit query. Both are same. If you want to go back to Power Query. So I can click on transform, to go back to Power Query, close and apply to come back to Power Query, Power BI. Let us save this file. We are working for a very long time, we didn't save it. File. Save as. Browse this device. Give a name and save it. 01. Transaction data. Just giving a name and I am saving it. Just give a name and save it. Yes. Done? Clear? Got it? Unfortunately, I didn't cover more concepts today. Or are not focused, I didn't cover all the concepts. Power query, we have so many concepts, so many things to be covered. I have just given only an introduction about Power query. Out of the 5 workflows, we have completed 3 workflows. Can you tell me what are the 3 workflows completed? Transform. No. Next one is report. So, how to create a report and how to. Okay. We have just started very basics. We have to see so many options on this Power. This video session, I have recorded it. Available by today evening, maybe by maximum to